A magical world where the sky always shines in the evening and the flowers are soft. An angel spoke in Sargoshian. The one whose name was Robi lived by the radiant light of her wings and the bravery of her heart. It was made famous in the magical forest. One day when she was walking in the woods, he felt something strange, which were open in the moonlight, and the usually glowing, flaming beast looks lifeless. Robbie was very worried, and the old man went to the tree where the forest Baba used to live in. An old Robbie cried out in distress that the forest is weak. It's what's happening to my dad. The big golden eyes were opened and the stone of the heart has been grazed. The stone was the mamba of all the power of the magical forest, a bright light that shines through the life of without it, the forest would be destroyed, and Robbie's heart sank as he had to search for her at all costs. He walked towards the deep forest. Juju, who was wrapped in shadow and fear, continued to grow colder and colder that it is an open field illuminated by a light, reached a large hole in the ground. The tree was terrifying in its roots. The character was a black magician who extracted from the magical forest before the long The stone of his heart was weak in his hands. The sound of the black ruby was pulsating with light. Despite the fear, the stone of the heart was strong. Go back to yesterday's laughter echoed in the field. Forest may be destroyed, gone. But Robbie wasn't going to back down. He flew away from it towards time. He knew it was coming from the heart. The stone is the answer to pure hearts and true intentions. If he could just give it to her, maybe restore his strength, black magic of time. Ruby reached the heartstone while escaping from, and he spoke in his own voice. Put your hands on the cold stone immediately. The light was so bright that He started crying and his eyes went back. Robbie's blinded for the forest, loyalty and love put in this stone. And the Stone Age, with a last glorious glow, released from the hold and leapt into the air. It seemed as if the forest was starting to dry up. The flowers began to open again, and the air of life, a fragrance filled time lost in shadow. Heart of the stone returned to the heart of the forest. It started to glow, and Robbie found himself magically. Baba's eyes gleamed in the glow of the forest. You saved us all. Bravery and love made our home magical. The forest has restored strength for several days, celebrated and treated Robbie like a hero. Hope you liked the story. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. A small lake in the middle of the ocean, and the rhyme was Jazeera, which was called frostbite oil. It used to be the beauty of snow and dangerous crocodiles in the snow. One day it was as white as snow. A young boy whose name was Eli Ellie fussed over the bed with her uncle. The sufferer was traveling on when suddenly a storm. He pulled her away from him, and when this iceberg reached the surface of the earth, Eli looked for Jazeera, and he saw the snow, feeling cool and bright. But he soon realized the danger, saw that the crocodiles are watching over it. Eli Mahfouz began to search for this place, had heard the stories of Jazeera, this Jazeera. But there was a beautiful angel, he thought. The stories that came true and whether the angel helped her, that he might be able to escape from the dangerous came out when the sun began to shine. He climbed to the top of the mountain in the winter, but he had been protecting himself from he wanted to stand on the branch of a tree. He suddenly sat down and looked up at the sky, full of magic and vibrant colors. Eli closed his eyes and prayed. I'll be able to get out of that hell of a happy. A voice broke the silence around him. Don't be afraid. I'm an angel, and I came to help you. Lizone, open your eyes and see a bright light in front of me. I saw every inch of the color of the light was that you were brave. It's been so long that Eli Noor said, this Jazeera is really dangerous, but for you there's still hope. Eli asked if can you help me get back home? Noor nodded her head. I'll help you. I can, but first we have to light the fire. Snow crocodiles are afraid of fire. He is not well. Noor, bring your hand and a torch in the air. The snow lit up with a flash of light. It began to glow. Ellie stared in amazement. The crocodile is terrified of fire. You're hiding in your hiding place. There's a special talent in young Noor Ali, now that we've made our way. One day the sky will be blue and the trees will be shining. Fairies were standing everywhere with their colorful. The fragrance was spreading from the wings in the paradise. There was always peace and happiness, but the day was going to be something special. Parinari Jo, the queen of departure, was in the garden of her palace. She was sitting and suddenly she saw that in the sky clouds started gathering. These were no ordinary clouds. These were the shining clouds of which light was coming out from above the queen. I looked and thought in my heart that this cloud, suddenly a drop is shining like a diamond, fell on the ground, but this is no ordinary drop. It was a shining Hera. Nori hurried, picked it up and saw with surprise that it was indeed Hera was there, and he was shining all over the land. Diamonds started raining from the sky, drops of big diamonds falling on the ground. It started and the entire piston started shining everywhere. The trees, flowers, and palaces were shining like diamonds. The bridge was all covered with diamonds. Pariyo started dancing happily and collecting diamonds. It felt like it was a magical day that no one could forget. Everyone was happy with the rain of diamonds. But Nuri knew that there was a person behind her. Nuri has hidden a special secret from her friend. Called all Alina and said this rain. It is not trivial. There is definitely some magic behind it. We have to find out that these diamonds. Why is it raining? Alina and Nuri started looking through old magical books, and it turned out that the rain of diamonds was an old stone. Whenever the people of Paris were part of Goya Express, your love and friendship, diamonds rain from the sky so that may their happiness and love always shine. Nori smiled and said, "This is just an Amtara, reminds us that our love and hand is our biggest strength." Everyone was happy with the rain of diamonds, and this day became memorable forever. May happiness always shine in this place.